Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks, and somebody posted this photograph on my Facebook page and asked how you could bring this into Corel. And this is a terrible, unless it's better that in a file format, and it's got, garbage. It's got a white background. Text does not trace very well. Corel, or I don't know of any program that can. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know about any other program besides Corel. So I just redrew it, and it didn't take, and I think I'm pretty close to the fonts. You could check around and get different fonts, but unless the customer, I do see now that this is a little bit longer than this, but it's more readable more easily read, and so it all depends on whether the customer wants that like that. But you could always take that, and let's do this before we do anything. Let's Control G, put it in the center of the page, go up here and break it apart so we can mess with it and put it right back. So this is, let me zoom in here so you can see it. The other letters are squunched up like that. Press P, and then you can change your nudge factor to 0.25 and bring this down, and you can use a little line tool. And but all I did was pick some fonts that were close. This is Arial. Everybody's got, or this is Times New Roman. This is Arial, black. Everybody has it. This is Times New Roman. So, the 2019 is a little different, but I actually think mine looks better. Now, how did I get the boxes around there? Let's just delete all my boxes. You've got this item, so we're going to group it together, Control G. If you hold down the Shift key and double click on the rectangle tool, you get a perfect box evenly or spaced around your item. Then go to Effects, Contour, and let's contour 0.25 to the outside in black, just so we can see the difference. Well, it didn't. Let me back up here. Oh, contour 0.25 in black. Okay, I also had the curvature done. So take straight lines. So now we can erase this box. We actually have to go to Arrange and break contour apart and then erase the red. So now we have that small line that is in the drawing, just ever so slightly. Then we can take this line again, contour to the outside. Let's go 0.5 in black, and let's make it a thicker line. Well, we need to make both of them a thicker line. Let's make it a 8-point line. It actually did both because I think I keep forgetting to break contour apart. So let's back up, go to break contour apart. This line we want just barely thicker than a hairline. So let's go 1 point. Let's go 8 points. And also you'd want to scale with object on both of them. Now, just as a side note, if you go, well, that's a little too thick, you don't have to use one of these points. It goes from 4 to 8 to 10. You could type in 7.5 points and it'll draw it. And there it is right there. You don't have to use what Corel gives you. Now, the last one has a curvature around it. And actually see that I contoured a little bit too much because that skinny line is closer to the other line. So let's back up here till we have that other line, and let's contour just 0.25 this time. That looks better. Now change that line. Well, we have to, don't forget, you always got to go to Arrange and break contour apart. Then you could, sorry about that. Then you could take that first line, and make it something bigger than a hairline. We'll make it 1 point. Scale with object. Take this line, we'll make it 8 points this time. That looks pretty much like the drawing. They're actually a little bit closer, but personal preference, you'd have to look at that. Now take this one and let's contour 0.5 and use rounded corners. You could actually go let's go 0.75. Now, how do I get a hairline around that? Probably the easiest thing to do would be to change our nudge distance to 13 inches because the thing is like 12. I like working off the work. Go to range and break contour apart. Just grab that last line. And this is something that you might learn from this. I would turn this outline to an object. Okay. Select all this. Go to range, break curve apart. And don't stay with me here. Let's you know what I should have done? Let's make a duplicate of that and move it down. Move this one and break arrange and break curve apart. See what's happening right here? We can make a boundary. Let's move the boundary over, and now we have a hairline. We can get rid of this. Bring this up and over. Now we have a hairline just on the outside of the cut line. So this will actually engrave. Now, if you do not want that other outline, you could just cut it out like that. Personal preference, I think that would probably look better. You don't really want to ever engrave on if this is a thin piece of wood and it engraved half the wood away, it would not be as clean a cut if you did it this way. But everything's in the center. Everything's, I think, good to go. And then because we've scaled everything with object, Control G and group that together. And let's say you only want this thing 4 inches. Now, well, that actually looks pretty good. Let's go back. And there's the problem right here. Let's get rid of the contour window. When I did the 8 point, I did not scale with object. Now let's group this together, Control G, and let's make it 4 inches. Now the drawing looks just like the other drawing. Now that line could be a little closer, but everything should work. Anyway, I truly hope that helped them a little bit, and thank you for watching.